Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Subconscious Healing with Emma Wachs. That is me. We're here today to explore subconscious healing and offer anyone and everyone who's in need of some support. We're here to offer that for you today. My name is Emma Wachs, and I live on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland. And I have this amazing ability to be able to identify the deepest root cause of any difficulty or challenge in someone's life or in your life, and create a shift here at the subconscious level where it truly, truly, truly counts. So if we're shifting things from the point of creation, from the very first time that we experience a difficulty, if we can hone in exactly what that was and create a shift from that space, then we become completely limitless in what we overcome in our own lives. So the amazing subconscious healing sessions and programs are offered by myself and a range are ready and willing to be able to offer this support for you. So if this is something that you're interested in, you're all going to get the opportunity to share a difficulty into the comment section of this live and receive some support, whether you're watching this live on the Spiritual Events Directory or whether you're watching this on the Find Time and Space business page. Please, please, please share into the comment section, and we'll get those questions answered for you. I'm going to tune in and intuitively identify challenges are for you. Hi, Haley. Be here. Thanks for joining. Beautiful. So feel free, everyone, for now just to pop into the comment section, say hi, let us know where you're from, where you're joining us from. We've got such a beautiful group of people here on the Spiritual Events Directory page. I always appreciate connecting with new people on here. Also, if anyone is interested in receiving some support, my best advice would be to think about something in your life that you could utilize a change, where you could utilize a change. So the best way that I offer this is you can get as specific as you like and offer something really specific for me to tune in on for you, or you can actually just offer something general as well. I like to do this by area of life. If you're thinking, oh, my relationships could be better, but I don't know exactly what it is that I want support on, you can just share relationships. If you're looking for support in your health or your finances, your career, getting clearer on your life purpose, whatever it may be, you can share an area of life into the comment section as well. And I'm more than happy to tune in for you and identify what the deepest root cause of any limitation life are. Hi Tony, hi Nadia, hi people. It's so wonderful for you to join us here. Thank you. So yeah, please feel free to start sharing into the comment section, and we've got an hour. I'm just going to tune in and start shifting and transforming as much as I possibly can for you within the hour. If you would like to connect with us, in the description section of this live, you will see some links, and I'll post those into the comment section in a moment, where you can access the Subconscious Healing Exhibitor booth. So this is where you'll see a very big range of services that I offer. And it's a great way to get familiar with subconscious healing and what it may have to offer you. For me, myself, I offer some amazing support in the realm of relationships and family purpose. So if that's something you're interested in, then please reach out to me. I'd love to connect with you. Perfect. Hi, Curry. So have you here as well. Doesn't matter how long you've experienced this struggle for, identify the deepest root cause of it in the subconscious mind. And if it's in the highest good to do so, I'll create a shift for you today as well. Okay, wonderful. Thank you everyone from Brisbane, Gold Coast. That's amazing. Thanks for this time as well. So good to have you here. Kitty, struggling with depression, some apathy, would love to feel inspiration. Oh, I would love to help you with this, Kitty. Let's see what's happening for you there beneath the surface. Straight away, Kitty, it's interesting because I can feel that there's some very chaotic emotion going on for you, and this is sort of it's like energetically I can see this is intertwined with some anxiety. So it feels to me as though you've been struggling to process through some difficulties in your life, some trauma in your life, and it has left you with this vision of, oh my gosh, I just can't handle another second of this. So subconsciously what's happening is you're switching off and you're saying, that's it, I'm not going to feel or experience any of this anymore. What this is doing for you, and I'm seeing it's actually created a ticking time bomb, because eventually this is going to want to explode, and anybody that's ever experienced depression, anxiety on this level and in this way will understand this as well, that there's only so long that we can handle that pressure building up for. So what feels really wonderful for you today, Kitty, is for me to just identify where this all began for you, bring some awareness there, and hopefully that will create somewhat of a shift for you today. And so what I'm seeing is that there's a fair bit of difficulty that was around you when you were about 1.5 years old. I'm seeing that there were lots and lots and lots of stresses in the environment that you were living in, and this has sort of contributed to how you're feeling. This has also contributed to you allowing in a fair bit of heartbreak and trauma. So over time, this is what I'm seeing has contributed to the energy that you're currently experiencing. So whatever it was that happened back then, we're just going to shift a little bit of that now for you. And if this is resonating for anybody else, feel free to have a shift alongside of Kitty. I'm always able to shift, whatever's in the highest good for anybody on the call. So there's no saying that you can't have a shift with this, whether you're watching this live or watching the replay later. It's very possible to do so. And Kitty, we're just bringing in some new energy for you now. So that's just flowing in through the top of your head. It almost feels like we're kind of disconnecting you from that part of you that's been bringing in all of this stress, all of this pressure. So you're going to feel a bit of relief, which feels really nice. Amazing. I can feel a few of you as well. There's some more of you there today as well that are looking for some relief from some pressure in your life. Just allow my energy to lift that away. We all experience that from time to time, don't we? That's amazing. Thank you so much. I'd love to hear anything you have on how that happened, how that shift occurred for you. But it feels as though if we were to do a one-on-one session for you, it would be so beneficial. And I'm actually seeing where you would connect perfectly with one of our intuitive conscious healers. So please reach out to me, send me a message. I'd love to connect with you and see if we can get you the support that you're brought. Is something else out there that we can, utilize for you to receive the support that you need. I know that for myself, when I was in that, leg, I promise you all there is a way to be able to break through, anything, no matter how tough it is. And the reason being is when you have the ability to tune in intuitively, completely free from any mind space, any mind chatter, and that's the other thing, right? I can tune in for people completely free from my own beliefs. It means that then I can that is that you need. So being able to do that opens up amazing opportunities for people, and I could talk all day about it, but I won't for now. I'm going to keep getting through the comments, making my way through the comments. If you have just joined us, feel free to share a challenge or difficulty in your life into the comment section, or share an area of your life where you'd like some support, and I'll tune in and see what I can shift for you today. I'll bring in some awareness for you as well. Haley's after relationships. Thank you so much. Let's tune in and see what's there for Haley. So Haley, straight away I'm being brought into the heart space, and what's interesting is I'm actually feeling that there's this is connected to some pain on your side. It's almost not pain, it's almost more of a discomfort is kind of what I'm getting. So I'm not sure if from time to time you're feeling, oh, you know, a little bit of a need to sort of stretch out, and you're not quite really getting to the bottom of whatever it is that's going on that's kind of out of alignment there for you. This is all connected. So as I tune into the subconscious for you, I'm seeing that there's also a blockage in the throat, and you've been feeling as though you don't have a voice. And this is all connected to a very, 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 very early childhood experience. I'm seeing as young as about 12 months old, perhaps even 11 months old. And for you, I'm feeling that this is very connected to your mother. So a lot of the discomforts that you're experiencing in your body, they actually feel as though they're connected to you know, they're limitations that you took on from your mother. So I'm just going to explain this a little further. When we take on a subconscious limitation from one of our parents, we find ourselves struggling with a deep limiting belief. So let's say, for example, it's that I have fear in relationships, or I have fear with connecting with other people, or I'm always going to have trouble being able to support myself, whatever it may be. We find ourselves, whatever it may be, we can find ourselves really struggling to be able to move through challenges. And the reason why challenges are so tough to move through is because we've not only taken on that limiting belief, but there's usually a combination of limiting beliefs connected to this as well that will describe how this limitation or this limiting belief shows up in your life. So for you, Haley, there's a few different things going on here, right? A few things in the body. There's some emotional sensations of not feeling as though you have a voice, those sorts of things. There's a few different angles of this that we want to have a look at. The beauty of subconscious healing is that we don't need to get into a whole lot of detail in order to create a really nice big shift. And Haley, I'm feeling guided to do that for you today, because I'm feeling that you're ready for it. If anybody else is looking for a similar shift, or if this is resonating for you, feel free to have a shift here as well. Haley, what I'm getting for you is that the limiting belief that you took on from your mother was that I am unworthy, and also there's a hint of not feeling good enough when it comes to connecting with men. So I'm seeing that this is contributing to the sensations that you're having in your body and the limitations that you're having in your relationships at the moment. So if we were to look through bypass all of the current experiences that you're actually having, and we looked at the deepest root cause of this, that is the limitation that we would find. So by bringing awareness to this for you today, we've created a nice shift, but this is something that will need some work around. And this is something that's going to be interesting for you, because I do feel that you're very close to your mother, and it's not something that, you know, you're going to take lightly to, you know, hear that your mother has created some difficult limitations for you. And I completely understand that as well. I love my mother as well to absolute bits. But yeah, it can be really difficult for us to be able to shift and transform our deepest limitations if we don't have the ability to be able to see what's there beneath the surface. So I feel for you, Haley, there would be an amazing benefit to being able to explore this further. And by that, I mean explore this deeper. So this is what subconscious healing could offer you. And I would love to connect with you at some stage in order to see who the perfect person would be in order to offer that for you. So thank you for sharing today. I really appreciate what you've offered. I'm actually just going to pop into the comment section as well in case anybody is interested. You can connect with me on Facebook here. Okay. I'm just going to ask everyone to send me a message today so that I can direct you to the perfect place. Hi, Amy. So beautiful to have you. Please send me a message. I would love to support you. Thank you, Haley, for your beautiful feedback as well. I would love to support you, anyone who's interested, and also see what I can do in order to open up some space for new opportunities to show up into our lives, because I know that when we find ourselves really struggling with some of this stuff, or especially if we find ourselves in a place where, we've just got blockages turning up left, right, and center, and we're not really sure where to look, just because we have wonderful relationships with our parents or with our family, or we had a very wonderful early life, it doesn't always mean that there's not some limitations there to be cleared. And, on some level, we all have deep limitations beneath the surface that we need to have a look at exploring. So if this is resonating for anybody, please, please, please send me a message. I would love to connect with you to explore this further. So thank you so much for sharing, Haley. I look forward to connecting with you. The comments have just flipped around, but I'm going to keep on going. Anne Marie, my work, career, my light work, promotion. I am from Melbourne. So beautiful to have you here, Anne Marie. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, let's see what it is we can offer you today. If you have received your readings, stay tuned, because some of the future readings will resonate for you as well. And Marie, I'm seeing for you that I'm just straight away feeling a fair bit of emotion. I'm feeling as though this is a bit chaotic for you. So I feel as though you have anxiety, but you also really struggle to, sort of feel calm and clear and connected in the day. So this is something that I want to have a look at for you, because the deepest limitation that I can find here feels as though it would be really wonderful to support you. And so what I'm getting so far is that there's a struggle for you when it comes down to feeling comfortable within your own skin. So I'm seeing that whenever this is triggered, this is when things start to show up for you in your life and they start to create havoc. So what I'm getting is that you've been very active in trying to support yourself by discovering what it is that you have to bring to the world. And I feel that's absolutely amazing for you. Like, that is hands down one of the best possible things that you can do. But again, there's this resistance to going slightly deeper with this. And it can be so easy for us to fill up our time and our calendar with work. Especially if we're in a place of being able to help other people. And even I have been guilty of this in the past couple of years. But what really needs to be seen beneath the surface, and this is what it feels like it is for you, is the ability to be able to just, take some extra time to really look deeply beneath the surface and identify what's there for you. So we've resonated a little bit now, which means that I can do that for you. And now I'm seeing there's far more going on for you. It's almost as though from about the age of 11 years old, there was a first instance for you at school, where I can really feel there was some damage done in how you, shared yourself with the world. And if we look beneath the surface of that, if we look even before that, I can see around the age of about 2 years old, somewhere between 2 and 3, but much closer to 2 years, there was some very interesting and difficult things going on for you at the time in your family home. So this is what I'm seeing we would need to explore for you in a session, Anne Marie. And today I feel as though I just want to really alleviate some of this tension for you. Again, I can feel this pressure that's been created for you. So I just want to lift the weight of that pressure for you. It's like we're just elegantly shifting, lifting and shifting and clearing all of the remnants of these experiences out of the space for you so that you're not going to be feeling it and really experiencing it quite as intensely as you were. And then if we were to connect in a session, or if I was to connect you with one of our amazing subconscious healers, we'd be able to get down to the bottom of exactly why that's there and clear that for you. So if that's something you're interested in, please send me a message. I would love to connect with you and explore what we can do to support you. Thank you so much for sharing. And so here's what's interesting, right? So no wonder you're feeling a little blocked when it comes to promotion and work and career. It's that we just want to reshift your focus around your purpose and what you have to offer to the world. So here's something for everybody, right? Because we know how amazing it is to be able to focus on our life purpose and sharing something amazing with the world. But if we have blockages, we can very easily get caught up in offering this in a way that isn't completely unique. Once we've been able to find that space of becoming completely unique, this is where things really, truly happen for us. And so for you, Anne-Marie, I feel that that's what's happening for you. You're very, gently and effortlessly moving forward towards being able to offer exactly that. But if we want to speed up this process for you and really open things up in a really big way, and these blockages beneath the surface need to be cleared, because what your parents saw possible for them in childhood, they're limiting you. You're subconsciously seeing, well, this is all that's possible for me. So although you've been able to break through that in some way, I'm really feeling guided to offer the space for you to explore that just on a slightly deeper level, which we can offer. So if that's interesting for you, please reach out to me. I would love to connect with you. Thank you for joining. It's been wonderful to connect with you. Nadia, health and learning to self-heal. Oh, these are wonderful things to ask about. Nadia, let's see what there is for you. Straight away, I can feel for you, health is an issue in the, again, in the heart. I'm feeling that whenever there's emotional difficulties for you, I feel that this is when your health suffers and your health struggles. So for you, the limitation we would want to explore would be having a look at exactly what it is beneath the surface that created this for you. And so as we were sort of chatting before about the different, areas of limitations, I can see for you, Nadia, that yes, there is a limiting belief around not being able to process emotions or handle emotions. But what's actually happening, if we look even deeper, is that you're internalizing a lot as well, which is creating physical manifestations. These things are there because of how your mother internalized their difficulties. And I'm also actually feeling that this is something that has been laid pretty heavy on your heart for a long period of time. So because you have been able to, go into the subconscious somewhat and actually explore this a little bit, I'm actually seeing that you're somewhat aware of what the trauma that's involved with this. So this is what for you has been the difficulty with going deeper. You've been avoiding exploring what's truly there beneath the surface, solely because there's some difficulty around accepting the things that have been come up. So once again, if our parents are struggling with a really deep limitation that, they're unloved, and then they go to offer their child love, but they have moments where that's just not possible, that child is going to have the same limitation of feeling unloved. So the last thing that we want to do is have to admit that our parents didn't love us right. Nobody wants to do this. But when we get down into the subconscious and we start exploring the depths of what's there, these are some of the things that we uncover. The beauty with subconscious healing is that we don't have to get super specific. We don't have to intuitively identify all of the details. As you've seen so far already, we've been able to create some wonderful shifts for people without actually having to go into a whole lot of detail. It's just about intuitively identifying for you what the deepest root cause of that is, and then opening up the space for healing. So I would love to work with you as well, and can also recommend some amazing people that could work with you really, really, really wonderfully on that. So please send me a message if you would like to connect with me. I would love to explore that with you. Nadia, thank you so much for joining. I hope that's brought some new levels of clarity for you. And so for anyone who's looking to learn how to self-heal, especially if you've become aware of some difficult things and you're wanting to explore this a little further, I'm just going to bring in some truth around self-healing for you. So some of you may actually feel this as a nice energy sort of flowing in through the top of your head and just coming in, integrating into all of your cells. It's a nice sensation of relaxation, just that peace that is possible when you're in complete stillness. Your body can sort of start to feel a little more aligned, a little more balanced. Wonderful. Thank you. Perfect. The next one I'm seeing here is for Emily. Feel free to stay in that nice relaxed space if you're there. Emily is saying she's feeling a little bit flat today. Let me just see if there was anything else you shared, Emily, or if you'd like me to tune in on what's going on with this flatness. Okay, Emily, let's see what is going on for you beneath the surface. So for you, Emily, straight away I'm getting this message. When you're feeling flat, it means that there is something that needs to be looked at beneath the surface for you. And so what's created this today is I'm feeling there's a sensation of not feeling ready for something. So there's a bit of a fear around being able to dive into a new venture, and the way that you've been distracted from exploring this is by feeling flat, feeling tired, and just sort of feeling as though, oh my gosh, I just don't want to deal with the world today. This shows up for you when there's something to look at beneath the surface. And the beauty of knowing this now is that if you were to explore what that may be and shift that, then you would very, very quickly remove this sensation of flatness from your life. And that's interesting because I used to have the same thing. And just thinking about it now, I can't remember the last time I actually felt that way. So yeah, there's definitely some power to exploring, what's happening in the subconscious. And for you, I feel as though this is something that you took on from your father, and it's connected to some things from childhood there. Doesn't feel supportive for me to share it all here on this live. So if you'd like to connect in with myself or one of our other amazing subconscious healings for a session, please just feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to support you. Thank you so much for sharing. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to have so many beautiful souls in this call today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Perfect. Oh, I'm so sorry about the connection, guys, if it's cutting in and out. The weather is horrible here today, so just let me know if you'd like me to repeat any of your tune-ins. Donna, my pleasure. Thank you. I would love to explore this for you. So Donna is saying she's been suffering bad health for the last 5 years. I'm just going to tune in and see what's there for you, Donna. Wow, Donna, I can really feel at heart you're such a joyful person, and I can feel how much it must just, it almost like kills you when you can't be as joyful and happy and fun as you really want to be. So let's have a look and see what is going on. What a burden to have health issues when you're such a bright, bubbly, beautiful, fun person in general. Okay. I'll get back to you, Emily. Okay, so Donna, I'm feeling for you that there's a limitation beneath the surface around whether or not to I think the connection just dropped out. Yeah, so for you, Donna, there's a space of whether or not you're connected to the reason these health issues are there is because you've been struggling with feeling connected to yourself all the time. So for you, again, I can see that your father's really somebody who struggled with really sort of knowing who he is. And I see that it's really interesting because you don't even seem to have that problem. You seem to really know who you are, but for some reason, it's like this subconscious limitation keeps coming in, which says, I'm disconnected, I'm disconnected, I'm disconnected. That's the message that I'm getting. So let's just see what we can do to explore this. So if we have a look at gaining some more clarity, what I find is that the disconnection shows up when you're feeling a fear beneath the surface. So this is very, 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 very deep. And these fears may be very, very subtle in the beginning until, it's been, brewing and physically manifesting for so long, for a certain period of time, until all of a sudden you just find yourself one day, oh my gosh, just feeling as though you just wiped out. And next thing you know, you're like, whoa, where did all this fear come from? This is what I feel like is happening for you. You're going through these cycles of just feeling like you're floating, you're having fun, you're enjoying life. And the next thing you know, whoa, these health issues show up, these difficulties show up, and you just feel like you're really struggling. So this is what is, vibrating beneath the surface for you, disconnection. And the reason that is there is because you took on the limitation from your father that you were disconnected from yourself. But not only that, where the trauma lies for you is the disconnection with your father. So there's some traumatic emotional things that we need to explore there. And again, doesn't feel great to explore it all here on this live. And Emily, that's what I was mentioning for you earlier, was just that, these limitations are connected to your father in some way, but it just doesn't feel great to, explore them live. So I would highly recommend for you both to please reach out to me, send me a message in order to have that cleared. We'll get you on a perfect practitioner who can help you with this. It's been, such an interesting journey for me. I've had so many amazing insights that I never would have had if I didn't explore this stuff and start, digging beneath the surface into the subconscious and seeing what's happening there. So if you're resonating with this in any way, shape or form, definitely reach out to me for some subconscious healing, because it's so incredible that we uncover things that we may never have known were there, but have been creating huge blockages in our life. Being free from this stuff just changes your life. It changes who you are. And if we can speed up the process of healing in order for you to transform who you are at such an amazing, quick and incredible rate, then it's almost as though then you bypass the healing and you start to find the joy, the embracing, fulfillment and those wonderful things. So yeah, please reach out to me. Anybody who's searching for that. And Donna's saying, wow, spot on. Thank you. Of course, my pleasure. Anytime. Reach out to me anytime, guys. So yes, let's see who's next. Nick, I would love to tune in for you, tapping into your love life. Let's have a look and see what's there. So Nick, I'm really seeing that there's some past experiences that you're really holding on to in relationships, and I'm actually feeling that this is somewhat connected to your father and some things that were going on for you in early childhood. But I'm also seeing that your uncle or somebody who resembles that uncle type relationship was around when you were younger, and they've created some pretty heavy limitations for you. So if this is resonating for you, please reach out to me. I'd love to connect in with you for some sessions. But these people have shaped the difficulties that you're experiencing. So it's very beautiful because I can see that, yes, you have heartache, and yes, you've been struggling, and yes, there's been some emotional difficulties around this, but that's actually not your biggest problem. And I can see that you're actually aware. So what we want to do is we want to create a space for you to be able to transform whatever it is that's been going on for you beneath the surface. And to be honest, this feels like something that you've been subconsciously aware of for a very long time. And there's just been a bit of fear and hesitation into going into it, in fear of what you may find, which I completely understand. I've been there myself. So if that is at all resonating for you, please, please, please reach out to me. I'd love to connect with you and explore what we can do to shift that experience for you, or those experiences for you. It definitely feels like, you're ready to be free from them. You've done so much work on yourself and you're ready to be free from them. And you're also ready to be free from the relationships that you've been struggling with. You're starting to see more there possible for you in your future with your relationships, and you're just ready to start bringing that in. So yes, please reach out to me. I'd love to support you on that. And it feels like it could be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful for you. And for anybody else that this is resonating for, please reach out to me for this sort of support. I love working in relationships, and I have amazing an amazing ability to be able to support people with that. So thank you so much. Do you pick anything about the guy I'm talking to now? Let me have a quick look for you, Nick. So Nick, what I'm seeing is that you need to explore your purpose with this person. I do see that you're connected and it's beautiful, but I can see around 33% of that is supportive for you. The rest is showing you things that you're ready to be clear from. Now, that doesn't mean that this person isn't for you. There's always the potential to transform, right? But without the ability to be able to get nice and deep into what there is to transform and intuitively identify what there is to transform, this could be a very rocky road, and you could end up really not getting to the place that you're seeing as possible. So I hope that makes sense for you. If you or anyone else is looking to learn how to become intuitive enough to be able to capture real solid answers around your relationships, definitely reach out to me. We've got what you need. I use this every day of my life in order to support myself. So yeah, that feels like it could be really good for you, Nick. And I would love to support you with that. Definitely reach out to me if you'd like to know more. Amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Aniela, how does one get past physical impairments impacting on mental challenges? So Aniela, let's have a look and see what's beneath the surface for you around mental challenges, physical impairments. So this feels connected to somebody else in your family, I can feel. So what I'm actually seeing is that the impairments that are there are there due to limitations, subconscious limitations. So it would be a matter of doing what we can to identify the root cause of this stuff and seeing what we can do to create some shifts. The first thing I'm just seeing for this person is this one particular person I can see that you're feeling difficulty around, and for them I'm just seeing they just need a huge release. So If you'd like me to, I would love to just send some energy through just to, offer that release for them. Perfect. Yeah, so we're just bringing in some energy for them. To be honest, this feels as though there's a few different angles of this, and we could talk for a fair bit of time around this. So I would love to offer some support for you and for this other person. I'm actually really feeling drawn to exploring what's happening between you, because I can really see how much you can help this person. But as soon as the difficulties arise that get in the way with this sort of challenge, it can be really hard to gain any clarity and to gain, momentum forward with being able to support them. So for you or anybody else that is experiencing this difficulty, this is how I see, the best way to be able to support people moving forward is to be able to shift subconscious limitations, because with those in the way, we really do start to, experience blockages. We start to experience difficulties, and we really struggle to be able to find that comfortable space where we can connect and see each other for who we really are, not for all of the difficulties that are going on in the space between us. So for you, I actually feel like that would benefit you so much, and so isn't it interesting, whenever these sorts of issues come up, we want to get so focused on exactly what we can do to help someone with a specific issue. But if we're finding that there's just no real way to be able to do that, it's potentially because we've come up with a blockage, and we just need to reshift our focus. So this for you feels like it could benefit you in so much, because we're going to be able to let go of all of the stuff in the space between you first and foremost, clear and shift some of that energy, which means that then you can then start to, connect from a space of truth and understanding. And this means so much more than being free from those other things, right? At the end of the day, we could have this, we'd be okay with finding space to be able to accept the other things. Not that we have to still, that's a limitation, we still don't have to, but that within itself is huge. So that's the sort of support that I really see us being able to offer you, and being able to gain some clarity on the things that, you may or may not, have been able to quite catch for yourself. Because it's very difficult when we get, stuck in some of the, energy and relationship difficulties that go on between us. It's so easy to lose sight of, the main focus, the one perfect thing that we can actually do to help, other people, and especially to help ourselves to be able to be self-loving. So I'm feeling that all of these things would need to be addressed, and that's definitely something we can support you on. So thank you for sharing. I hope things improve for you, and I look forward to connecting with you again. And I just saw your message. Thank you for your time and energy. My pleasure, absolutely. Linda, difficulty letting emotionally go of ex-love, difficulty trusting anyone fully anymore, frozen heart. Okay. Thank you, Linda. Yes, let's see what we can do to clear this for you. This is a very common one, so anybody else who's experiencing this, feel free to shift if this is resonating for you as well. And yes, Samantha, hello. I would love to do a reading for you. Feel free to share a difficulty or challenge into the comment section if you'd like me to explore that, explore something for you. We're identifying the deepest root cause of where things began for you. So yeah, definitely feel free to share that. So let's see what's happening for you, Linda. It's really fascinating, because straight away I feel as though I'm being drawn to a few different things, and you did ask for us to explore a few different things. But what I'm really being drawn to is what's beneath the surface of all of these. So just imagine for a moment we're just bypassing everything you've ever learned about why you're experiencing what you experience, and we'll get to the root cause of these things. Yes, Stacey, and anybody else who's just joined, feel free to share any difficulties into the comment section. I'd love to tune in and create a shift for you. So Linda, well done. What I'm seeing now that we're in the subconscious mind is that you're feeling a little hesitant. And this is, you know, manifesting in your body and in a few different ways. This fear is manifesting in a few different ways. And so what I'm really catching is that, you know, the reason why you're struggling to trust and the reason why you're struggling to move on is because there's been this hesitation of being able to go this deeply. And it's because the mind has created a bit of an illusion for you. So here's where we get to bring in some truth for you so that you know who you are moving forward and that you can keep moving forward. So it feels as though you're holding on to a lot of energy from your past relationships, and specifically this most recent one, and all of the things that they ever thought about you, all of the things that you've perceived they've ever thought about you. You're believing these things. And this is where we're going wrong, because we need to start seeing these things not as a truth, but just as, you know, these things were there to show me what limitations I have, what difficult things I need to be able to overcome. And when a relationship doesn't quite work out and we get bogged down in these things, so much so that we're having these horrible, you know, difficult experiences with our relationships, it's because, you know, we've been connecting with somebody without really being able to explore our purpose and being able to fulfill that purpose. But there's always purpose with every intimate relationship that we ever have. There's always purpose. And so what we'll find is that every relationship has potential to show us something beneath the surface. And if we can, you know, find a way to see that, to be able to explore that, then we actually have a really big impact. And we have the ability to completely transform the outcome of a relationship. But this isn't what, you know, majority of us on the planet are doing. This is fairly new, the ability to be able to do this with subconscious healing. So what we need to avoid is just knowing that we weren't equipped. You know, we have not been equipped for our lives. The generations before us have not been equipped to be able to handle this stuff. So why should we take it on, right? It was never ours to begin with. And it's not our pain, it's not our failure, it's not our disappointment. These are the things that we start to believe over time. But, you know, all this was an experience. And it's purely based on the ideas that we created about another person and the ideas that they created about us. When these ideas of non-truth connect, they can create a pretty explosive, you know, mess. And this is all that we're struggling with. This is what we're needing to move through. None of it is actually the truth. So in any given moment, we have the ability to put all of this aside and to be able to shift and clear and move through this in order to find out who we really are again. So for you, beautiful Linda, and for anybody else that this is resonating for, we're just going to bring in some of that energy now. The energy of who I really am. Just allow for some of that energy to flow in. You feel it flowing in through the top of your head, sinking into your body and your skin. Amazing. This is just a tiny little piece of what's possible for you all, but can't you see now that we've just brought in some new energy? You can see that those non-truthful things, those ideas, they kind of slip out of your view, right? So the goal is to clear the limitations that are allowing in the non-truth, the ideas that aren't the truth, the stuff that we're struggling with, and bring in more of this truth, the stuff that is, you know, has always been there, but we haven't been able to really access, the stuff that shows us who we really are and allows for us to connect in with that. It's a beautiful element of subconscious healing that we have to offer. So that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, Linda, and for everybody who's connecting at the moment to receive that. That feels beautiful. And we're not over yet. I'm going to go on to the next one, hoping that they will all resonate and align together as they usually do. Nick loves hearing about limiting beliefs. I know, isn't it incredible? So wonderful. Okay, so let's have a look. If anybody feels like I've missed them, pop them back into the chat now and I'll get to them before we finish up today. Stacey's is in relation to health and fertility and blocks around stepping forward to create a new business. Oh, they're wonderful things to ask about. Stacey, I can really feel that they are going to resonate for a few people on the call. Samantha, if you did put something in, can you please pop it in again? I haven't seen what it is that you're looking for, but I just saw your love hearts. I'll definitely connect in with you afterwards. But yeah, just let me know if there's something specific you'd like me to explore. So Stacey, let's have a look. So Stacey, it's very interesting to me that you're experiencing blockages around fertility and around creating a new business, because what we're exploring here are two different things that are most likely linked to the same limitation. And whenever we have, beautiful new children born into this world, usually everything else in our life just sort of starts to flow into place as well, right? We find ourselves, lining up so that we can offer them all that they've ever dreamed of. And so for you, the deepest limitation that I can see beneath the surface is I'm unable to support myself. And I can see this creating a fair bit of emotion for you, so feel free to move through that. But, in the same way that you're not feeling able to support a child, you're not feeling able to support yourself and create a new business. So all of this stuff, so much of it doesn't feel as though it's there because it's true. It's just purely, again, connected to limitations that you took on from your childhood. And for you, I feel that this goes back pretty far. I'm seeing that something traumatic happened for you at around the age of 6 years old. Not abusive, but just something really substantially traumatic, which allowed for you to fall into a vulnerable space around supporting yourself. Makes sense, right? That as we're going into this new world at school and stuff like that, if something was to hinder us then, impact on life, right around where we're looking at adults, we're exploring what we, believe we should be doing in order to be able to create a positive life for ourselves. And so, something huge then can really impact our ability to feel comfortable being able to support ourselves. What's interesting is that there is an early instance of this, and I'm seeing that right from around pretty much from the moment of conception. This is something that your parents were struggling with. And so this is why it's created a blockage in that particular arena for you. So I'm so sorry to hear that, but there's definitely things that we can do in order to subconsciously shift and clear this, and allow for the perfect opportunities to align for you. So if you're resonating with this, please, please, please send me a message. I would love to connect with you and explore this further. For anybody that's interested as well, please feel free to join us in the Subconscious Healing Exhibitor group. You'll find this on the Spiritual Events Directory page. There's a whole bunch of free meditations, healings, and all sorts of wonderful things in there as well if you'd like to immerse yourself in the subconscious healing arena. Stacey, I would love to hear if that's resonated for you, and if there's anything else we can support you on, but it does feel as though we need to do some work around that for you. So please reach out to me if you'd like to connect with myself or another healer in order to be able to shift that for you. We can find the perfect person. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. hot topic to speak about, and so many people on this, call, whether they're watching this now or later, I can feel it resonating with that. So it's really wonderful that you were able to come on and do that. But I would definitely trust, if there's blockages in creating, this may show up in a few different areas of your life. So yeah, definitely. If anybody would like to explore this further, please connect in with me. Linda's saying, thank you so much. She very much relates very much to what I said and believes it. Still not sure how to shift it, so I'd love to work with you some more. Thank you. It's wonderful to be heard and understood. Absolutely. Anytime, Linda. Thank you for being here. It's so beautiful to connect with people as well and be able to really connect in with your truth, who you really are, to see beyond all of the other stuff, the ideas and perceptions and stories that our mind have created about who we are and how we should be living our life. We can send all of that away, and just find our own perfect, life within ourselves. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm here to offer. Samantha, she would love a reading about guidance. Oh, sorry, love a guidance about love and money. Absolutely, Samantha. Let's have a look and see what's there for you beneath the surface. So, Samantha, I find it very interesting that you've brought up love and money, because I'm seeing both of these things are connected to self-love for you. So the message I'm getting is, once self-love is at its fullest, this is when love will expand beyond your wildest dreams, and this is when your abundance will flow throughout your life more than you could ever imagine. And so what's interesting is that for you, the blockage in self-love is what we want to explore. And I'm seeing that this is something that both of your parents struggled with fairly deeply, but I'm also seeing siblings kind of struggling with this as well, and sort of shaping how you became an adult and able to connect and communicate in the adult world. I'm also seeing that your current relationship is experiencing some difficulties because of this reason as well. So what's interesting is that your current relationship was manifested from this subconscious limiting space, which is, showing up these same difficulties in self-love. So you and your partner are both experiencing difficulties in self-love. And this is what we want to be able to work through for you. And it definitely feels like your partner's on this journey with you. They would love to be able to love themselves more, is what I'm getting. But it can be impossible to love ourselves if we're unable to explore these deeper limitations beneath the surface. And this is how we're going to be able to transform these two things for you. So for you or anybody else that's resonating with this, feel free to just have a beautiful shift at the moment. I'm seeing that we're bringing in some awareness to self-love for you all. And I want to bring in some beautiful new energies of self-love. Amazing. If there's things that would are ready to be cleared and shifted, they will shift if it's in the highest good for you. Right now, there's nothing stopping the ability to have a shift. That big. It's perfect, but it's definitely something we want to explore. So feel free to send me a message. I'm just going to pop my name into the comment section there. You can also follow me on Find Time and Space if you'd like to explore this further. Perfect. Yeah, I'm really feeling guided to connect you all either with myself for a reading or with somebody else for a reading. We've got a beautiful range of subconscious healing intuitives who would love to support you. So if that's at all resonating, please send me a message. Rachel would love a reading on fertility. Oh, thank you, Rachel. I'm so glad I have a calming effect on you, on your soul. That's wonderful. Thank you. Of course, Samantha, anytime. So Rachel would like a reading on fertility as well. So Rachel, for you, I'm seeing that your blockages are connected to some difficult limitations. So the first one I'm seeing is the idea of self-hate. The second one I'm seeing is the idea of not feeling worthy. And the third one is the difficulty of feeling unloved. So for you, these are the three deepest root limitations that have created the difficulty that you're experiencing. And this is what we want to be able to shift and transform for you. So our time's up for today, but please connect in with me. I would love to get you on track to being able to support you with these limitations. For anybody who has just joined, Subconscious Healing offers the ability to identify your deepest limitations and clear them beyond your wildest beliefs. And once we've been able to do that, you start opening up wonderful new doors for new magical opportunities in your life. For myself, I've been able to heal so many wonderful things within myself. I struggled with all kinds of health issues. I struggled with love and connection. I struggled with traumas and difficulties, all kinds of things, emotional, heavy issues, just feeling as though I was digging myself into a hole and not being able to get myself out of them. And I transformed all of these with Subconscious Healing and the amazing Life Purpose program that I've completed. So if any of this is resonating for you, whether you're watching this live or watching the replay later, just know that just being present here today has allowed for some amazing shifts to occur, and that there is a space for you to be able to transform even your darkest or deepest stuff. And this doesn't have to be a scary process. It doesn't have to be a long process. You know, as you've seen today, I can identify and clear limitations within moments. So all it takes is for you to be present and for you to reach out and let us know that you're here and ready to change your life, and we can offer that for you. I've got a beautiful team ready and waiting to be able to support you. So thank you so much to everybody who's joined. If you're looking to connect with me or looking to receive Subconscious Healing, please send me a message. I would love to connect with you in order to offer some amazing support for you. And I hope you have a magical weekend. Please also join us in the Subconscious Healing group, Exhibitor group. This is with Spiritual Events Directory. So you will definitely find some amazing things to explore in there. Free meditations, free healings, free tune-ins, all sorts of wonderful things. I think the next expo is coming up in 2 to 3 weeks as well. So pretty exciting. There'll be some wonderful new things there. Definitely. Yes. Thank you, Stacey. Cannot wait to connect with you. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Sending lots of love, and I look forward to seeing you at the same time next week. Bye-bye.